Good evening to all and welcome to this presentation. My name is Arnold Tabong. In this presentation, I will be presenting on big data. First of all, I will look at the objective of big data as shown on the screen. I'll be summarizing the big data and challenges. I'll be looking at the overview of big data warehouse architecture. I'll equally discuss best practice in big data, data governance and data integrity. And then lastly, I'll describe dimensional modeling by Kimball. Now, big data, as it is by its name, means something huge. So, by definition, I want to define big data as change. It's all about changing the present status quo of an already established company or organization like Revolutionary Mortgage Group, and fueling the growth of new disruptive enterprises. Big data projects focus on enabling analysis of an interaction with new types and combination of data at greater scale than has been possible with enterprise business intelligence and data warehouse systems. Analyzing this data will entail the application of data modeling tools such as, but not limited to, SQL Server Management Studio, SQL Server Integrated Services, as well as SQL Server Analysis Services. It is obvious that as our customers' needs for services and products increases, they make more demands using our plethora of sources such as online transactional processing, that's OLTP, phone calls, applications to the loans officer through the loans officer, who in turn log in the information into the Excel sheet manually. We equally have the information that come in through the third-party website called Zillow.com. So the increased data into our data warehouse will definitely swell up the database such that there will be need for increased data warehouse capacity in order to contain the new size of our data. That said and done briefly, we'll look at the challenges of big data. So big data has some few challenges which we'll look at. Once the size of our database increases, that means we'll be facing the challenge of storage. We will need more storage space. In that case, we want to acquire new drivers. Then there's equally the data durability, how long it takes for the information that you are querying to be called up. We equally have skills availability. Once there is increasing size of data, the data becomes big and complex. So we need people with experts with high skills to manage and analyze this data. We equally have data integration. We have as challenge, we have data volume, and we have solution cost. The next thing we want to look at is big data and warehouse architecture. So before going into big data and warehouse architecture, it's always good to look at the data strategy. So a data strategy is a plan designed to improve all of the ways our company acquires, store, and manage and share and use data. A data strategy shall help our company in ensuring that data is managed and used like an asset. It shall provide a common set of goals and objectives across projects to ensure data is used both effectively and efficiently. Data strategy by establish common methods, practices, and process to manage, manipulate, and share data across enterprise repeatable in a repeatable manner. Now, big data strategy is made up of the following core components. We have to uh, identify, we have store and provision, process, and govern. The next thing we'll look at is the big data best practice in big data. So while looking at best practice in big data, we equally want to look at management practice for big data, and architecture best practice for big data. We equally, for the big data governance and integrity, we have information that comes in from different sources that needs to be properly governed. In every organization, they have a way that informations are stored and disseminated by the policies that are put in place. So we have business data steward, which is one important data governance method, and we equally have business data network and data quality lead. Now, when you look at the diagram on the diagram as on the screen, we'll see that we have core key roles that are very important when it comes to data uh, governance. And the last thing we'll look at is dimensional modeling. The the last thing we look at is dimensional modeling. So we have dimensional model techniques that are used in dimensional that are applied when modeling or designing a dimension. And for dimensional modeling, we have to ensure that it is there's a collaborative dimensional modeling workshop that is organized from time to time. We equally have to gather business requirements and data realities, and we equally have to ensure the 4-step dimensional design process. When designing dimensional models, the organization must consider making the following decisions. We have 1, select the business process, declare the grain, identify the dimensions, and identify the facts. For the sake of time, I will want to conclude here, and just to wrap up, to say that big data, conclusively, it's a huge and complex data that changes the state of an organization. Immediately the data grows in size. We want to apply all these different changes in order to maintain the data integrity. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and I hope it serves its purpose.